What's up there, Gatv family? Welcome to Gatv. David, so good to see you this morning on this day.
Fired up on this beautiful day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and grateful yes. to be here with you doing Gatv.
Amen to that. And, you know, as we start this episode, I want to take a moment out and express incredible gratitude for so many things. And, you know, during the holiday that we just had, Thanksgiving at the table, tradition, you know, we have everybody share three things that they're grateful for. And so in that tradition, I know you're grateful for a whole lot and we stack it. But first, David, I'm grateful that we're together. I'm grateful for our health, grateful for this great company, grateful that we have an incredible group of people that are actually watching us right now and very interested in hearing what we have to say, David. So I'm just fired up about that. Right.
Family means a lot of things to a lot of people, but the Gatv family is very, very special.
It is. We are a family. You know, we're a little dysfunctional like every family that I know, but
just a little bit.
I know that, yes, you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm sure your mother.
It's always wonderful.
Right. And your mom, did she bring the best dirty jokes on the planet? I mean, come on.
No, she did.
Yeah, she did. So today in particular, David, is the day I'm profoundly grateful for. It's the day my mother was born. She would have been 91 years old, and everything I am is because of her. You know, she taught me to her example about hard work, integrity, honesty, decency, treating people right, never giving up on your dreams. You know, she raised three boys by herself, very challenging. You know, back in those days, women couldn't even get jobs. So, you know, I am forever, as you can see there, my mom. She is always with me in spirit. And most especially today on her, what would have been 91st birthday. A shout out to all of you to love on your moms and appreciate your moms as long as you have them. And if you don't have them, remember them and keep them in your heart. So I think moms are probably the most important creatures on the planet, David. I think you would agree with that, too.
Very, very special. Yep.
Yeah, man. So again, let's get started, David. Let's recognize those people that went out and made it happen, David. I know you got the list there in front of you.
We got something special today. So we're going to do not just the normal weekly recognition, but by popular demand, with just over a month to go, we're going to give you the year to date. And my God, in some of these categories, it is insanely close. Before we do that, just a couple of very quick reminders. December 6th, we are going to Havana Central, 6 p.m., for our personal recruiting event. Now, that's not an open event for the agency. That's going to be where you'll be able to bring a personal recruit with you who we are looking to bring on board, not somebody who's here, but talk to your MGA. They will go through the whole thing on how to be a part of that. The following week, December 13th, in-house meeting live in Edison. It's going to be our holiday celebration. It's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss it.
Amen. So, David, I hope that Dave Lewis, as he heard those dates, that he has something flashing on the screen.
No doubt. If you look around, up and down, and all around, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
These two very special dates. And in the spirit...
We always seem so silly when we're like looking all over the screen. Where is he going to put the graphic?
Where is it?
It's going to be all pointing this way and that way. Wherever he puts the graphic, I'm sure it's going to be great.
It will be, because Dave Lewis is great. And so also, too, David, I'm bringing somebody. I might even bring two people. I know
I'm bringing somebody.
And I know you're bringing somebody. So all of you watching this now, we encourage you to reach out to people that you might not think even are interested possibly, but say, listen, we got a little event. We're going to give you a little food to eat. Check out the company. Meet some really cool people. So we hope that we fill that Havana Central up. Havana Central, does that mean I could smoke cigars in there? Havana, David, am I allowed?
I do not believe that you could smoke in the restaurant.
I might have to gangster that place and bring a cigar or two. But in any event, let's get it. We got those dates now locked down, David.
Let's now dive into the recognition. Starting us off, top performers from week 47 in the producer category. I love this. We're going to start with somebody brand new, not even released. We're going to finish with somebody brand new, not even released. Coming in hot, starting us off with $3,590, Diane Farina.
Way to go, Diane.
To see a trainee on the board. There you go.
Love that. I love that, especially brand new. And we have another one in front of her, Deshinqua. Did I get it right? I didn't get it.
No, not this time.
Whoa.
Shanique.
Day Shanique. Right. I
Yes.
just got to think of Day and Shanique, right?
Yes. You
So
got
Day
it.
Shanique. Please forgive me. I'll never do that again. The most important sound in the English language is someone's name. So I'll make sure I get it right next time. Day Shanique Ramsey, $3,636. Way to start your career off on a positive footnote, David. Let's get it.
And we don't want to leave the veterans out. Sandra Dumas, $3,772.
Love that girl. But John Pollock decided he'd write maybe a couple hundred more, and he came in with $4,086. Way to go, John Pollock.
And just ahead of John, Karen Mosley, $4,345. Welcome back into leadership, Karen. Super excited to have you.
Love to see her on the leaderboard. And Michelle Fall looks like she decided to write a couple of dollars more with $4,489. I don't think there's a leaderboard I've ever had with you where her name is not in it, David. Always.
Every week.
Time.
Every week.
Stuff.
And speaking of somebody else always at the top of the board, $4,762 for Imani Banks.
You know, when you got a name like Banks, come on, you gotta roll with the rock star production stuff. Way to go, Banks. But in front of you was Keith Anderson, Imani, and he came in this week with $4,931. Way to go, Keith Anderson. Hard out to you, bro.
Number one this week, also still in training, but knocking it out of the park. A lot of things, a huge potential here for Karen Fennell. $6,100, not even released yet. That's amazing. Great job. First of many to come, I'm sure.
You know, David, when you tell me that she's right brand new, just not even out of training, you know, I say to myself, you know, why is it that some people just knock it out of the park right away and some don't? I mean, I'm sure we all have an opinion on that. But my thought is that she's just all in. She's fired up. She's excited. She believes in what she's doing. And her enthusiasm is what draws people probably to her. So I would say to all of you, let your enthusiasm for what you do come out. Let your enthusiasm for people come out. Just care about people, help them get what they want. You'll get everything you want. Way to go, Karen. It's a sign of what your future is inside this great Gig Act family. Congratulations on being number one.
Let's go over to the supervising agents. Who's in third place, Gigs?
John Pollock with $4,086. Way to see that.
Certainly helped his own cause this week. Second place, $4,921 for Damaris Obi.
Damaris Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love, you know, I always want to say that for some reason.
I know you do.
Damaris, I love you, baby. But Damaris Obi Kenobi, I'm going to change your name. So in front of her, though, David, this week is another rock star. She's been around a while, but she's starting to really come into her own. Angie Bonavico, number one SA this week, David, with $6,100. Way to go.
Yep, she was working with Karen this week, and you know, you got a big-time producer, a big-time SA. It's great to see both of them on the board like that. Moving over to the GA category, third place, $8,690 for Keith Anderson. Great job, Keith.
Come on, I love this guy. I think 2022 is going to be a breakout year for you, Keith. I really do. I hope you see it. But in front of you, Keith, it looks like Pat Ciceral, another veteran to this company and to the agency, with $9,019. Way to go, Pat. Good job.
And number one this week, beating out Pat and Keith, a total of less than $1,200 separating them, $9,869 for Michelle Fall.
Way to go, Michelle.
Seeing you at the top of the GA board, always a joy.
You know what it is, too, David? She is very, very competitive. You know, she really is. And you often see that with these people at the top of the leaderboard. They're very, very competitive. We go over to the MGA category. Speaking of competitive, in third place, a place that he's not used to. He's used to being on top or number two. So, Adem Abdullah, you are forgiven for being in third place this week. But congratulations for $11,698. David, who beat him this week?
Who beat him was Johnny Lee, coming in with $14,482. But Johnny, we couldn't squeeze out like one more head start to win this thing?
Yeah, you know why he's saying that, Johnny?
Tell us how much he lost out by and who he lost out to this week.
Exactly, David. That's the difference between him and Magda. Magda Figs, good to see you on top. I think, David, if I'm reading this right, it's like maybe $80 in ALP difference.
You got that right. $80 in ALP.
Wow. Well, congratulations to all of you on this leaderboard. And let me just encourage every one of you who is listening to this broadcast. This could be you. This is not a matter of having extreme talent or extreme breaks or better leads. These are people just like every one of you listening to this broadcast that have the potential, just like you do, but they just went all in. You know, David, this year's motto is all in. When you go all in, like I have in my career, like you have, like all of the greats do, great things happen. So I want to encourage every one of you to go all in. You know, compete, decide you want to get into this leaderboard, make it fun, get competitive. And in the process, help a lot of people make a lot of money. I love that combination. So, David, what do we got next on this? As
we move to the year-to-date leaders, and then we're going to close out, you know, these are the people who it's not just show up once and celebrate being a weekly leader. It's not just twice or three times. It's not just showing up with a couple good months. These are the people who, for the entire year, have been at it, going hard. So let's start with our top 3 producers for the year. Coming in third place, $128,164, Mark Futterwhite. I mean, it's always great seeing him. I mean,
you know, I love, you know how much I love Mark. Okay.
Yeah, we all do.
You know, Bernard used to say to know him is to love him. He would say that about somebody that he loved. And that's how I feel about Mark. But, you know, one thing with Mark I love is that he doesn't mind being in third place or fourth or second. He don't mind it. He don't mind it because Amanda Lusbader, Mr. Futterwhite, wrote, I think, $400 more so far this year.
So far this year, it's that close.
That's a whole year worth there. That's really close. But I know, Mark, you don't care if Amanda wins it and flushes it out. So, Amanda, congratulations on being second. But, David, who is number one so far this year, year to date? Who is it?
Just a little bit ahead of Amanda and Mark is Ann Banco with $137,361.
My girl.
But, you know, listen, Ann's done an amazing job this year. She has absolutely crushed it, came off a huge October. But the reality is when it's this close, it's still anybody's game. So between now and the end of the year, guys, keep pushing because you want to finish at the top. That's where you really get to say, I did it. Nobody can ever take that away from you. Let's go.
Yep. And I really hope that Ann thinks like that. I'm not sure she's as competitive. I don't know if she really wants to win this thing or not. You know, I don't know. With a name like Bank O, I figure maybe she is, but
maybe a little bit.
I don't know. Maybe. I know that she is quite fantastic. And in fact, I've encouraged her. And every time I get people in this agency like her, she's a stay-at-home mom raising 2 kids. And that's a very tough gig right there. And so for many of these folks to go out and work a full-time job and raise your kids is very difficult. This career, the ultimate career for Ann Banco. I remember being introduced to a friend of mine who's now become a friend, said, you know Ann Banco? I said, yeah, you do? Yeah, I know her really well. She is amazing. I can't believe that she works for you. You got real lucky. And she went on and on and on to tell me how amazing Ann Banco is. And there's no doubt that she is. And I think there's a lot more like her out there. So if you know somebody that is not having an easy way, they need to make more money, they need to get involved, and they have children at home, this is the ultimate career. So thanks, Ann Banco, for showing all of us, no matter who you are or where you are, what is possible. So good job, David. Let's go to the next category.
If you think the producer race was close, the essay race is even closer. Who's in third place over there?
Third place is Damaris Obi-Wan Kenobi with $140,014, David.
Just barely ahead of Damaris is Ann Banco, helping her own cause, $143,033. So great job, Ann.
Yeah, and she don't mind it.
Who just squeaked ahead here? Just so far, just a little bit.
She doesn't mind. She's not that competitive, Ann. She likes second place. But Ann, just to let you know, there is somebody in front of you in first place. His name is Ali Krayem with $146,742. Way to go, Ali. Good to see you at the top of the leaderboard.
And now we go over to the GA category where there's a little bit more of a spread, but we've got some people who have really put together some great years so far, starting us off with $244,385. Paul Torman, one of our veteran managers. Congratulations, Paul. Year's not over. Let's see how high you can climb on this leaderboard.
You know, this is a guy that I love so much. I believe in so much. Paulie Walnuts. You know, they say the test of great relationships is sometimes determined by the stress and strain that they can have. And certainly that has been the case, I know, for you and family members and friends. And so we know that being somebody like you, where you just don't quit. You just keep fighting. You just keep going. You're a wonderful example, Paul Torman. Number 3, GA. Number 3, though, Paul. Third. Third. David, I hope he hears third.
I know, it's not second. It's not first. I get it.
So who is second? David, who is second? Do I get to?
You get to announce second place here.
I do. And this guy I love a whole lot. Not any more than I do Paul Torman, but I love Anthony Solano. I think this is a year where Anthony is really starting to come into his own. He came in with 361,000 so far this year. I think this is the breakout year for Anthony. David, I hope Anthony feels that way too. I really do.
2022 for everybody on this list, especially our number 1 GA, who we know is going to become an MGA right around the corner with $428,266 so far this year. Layla Abadi crushing the GA category. Go. Love it, Layla.
Layla, good job at being number 1 and leading the way. And you're doing that as a general agent. And in this next category of recognition, now we're into what I'm going to call the NFL, the highest level of sports that you can play in. Well, this is the highest level of business that you can play in once you jump into that MGA category. Because here's why. MGAs are investing a lot. Their money, first of all, they invest more of their own money because they understand that that's going to reap them back. All great entrepreneurs know that. So they're investing that. They're putting in more time than anybody else. They're willing to go the extra mile. They're willing to get up earlier, stay up later. And the most important quality, I think, of these MGAs is how much they really care about their people, that they know that their success is tied directly to the success of the people underneath you. And so this category is one that I'm excited about. And I know, David, we have quite a few people that are going to be jumping into this level come this coming year. This is a multi-million-dollar contract. This is NBA, NFL, baseball. This is the highest ranking category you can have. So, David, who do we have in third place? Third place. Who starts that off for us?
Third place, starting us off with $417,317. Dory Freud.
Wow.
And,
wow.
You know, look, Dory has done a really good job, just promoted at MGA. But
he has.
It's third place.
He's third place. And I know that Corey's another one that isn't that competitive. He doesn't care that he's third right now. He don't mind.
He's a very friendly guy.
He don't care that a Dem is kicking his ass. Oof. I mean, doing better than him.
Just beating him up a little bit, sure.
By a few dollars. I'm not trying to upset him at all or get people upset or anything, but, the scoreboard is the scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? So, Dory, don't get mad at me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. So, in front of him, though, David, is one of my favorites, and I know one of your favorites. Now, when I say that, I always get concerned that other people say, well, you don't love me as much as you love them. And it's like your children, right? Sometimes they go, you love so-and-so, right? There's plenty of love for us. Right. We got a lot of love here. So, Adem, we love you. Second place, 553, but Adem, second. That's all. I'm just saying. David, who's beating him right now?
And coming in, this guy is always hard to beat in the MGA category. He's proven that before, but with $693,000 so far in 2021, Johnny Lee, our number 1 MGA, looking like that's the way it's going to finish, but you never know. You never know how these things go. We still have more than a month left, but an awesome job so far this year, Johnny. Great work, bringing it in almost $700,000 so far.
Yeah, David, that entire team.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, David. I was just going to say that entire team, that Team Lee, they're making a statement this year. And I think the statement is we're getting ready to rock 2022. So that's what I'm hoping for from Team Lee, from Adem, from Dory, and from others that dare compete at these levels. Let's get it, David. What else we got?
Yeah. So before you close us out, I just wanted to give everybody a shot. We opened up this episode talking about gratitude and how important it is. What I'd love to see is, as you're watching this episode, drop in the comment section what you're most grateful for as we get towards the end of 2021. Just let us know what you're most grateful for personally. I think being able to get in touch with that really helps us grow as people. So I think that for all of us heading into next year, I think it's great to know what we are so appreciative of so far this year. Guys, I just wanted to give a little engagement there.
I love that, David. I love that. You know, as we close out this episode, I can't help but continuously think about that word grateful, about being grateful, about gratitude itself. You know, when you're grateful, negativity seems to disappear. You know, people who are grateful are happy, you know, they have peace, they have joy. And so I want to encourage every one of you to be super happy, super successful. And one of the ways with which we want to help you with that is by investing more into what we do for you. Example, one of the things that David and I strongly, passionately believe in is having goals and having them written down. And of course, having a purpose and a reason for them, your why, so to speak. And so we continue to make improvements on that app. So we want you to go in there, every single one of you, every week, set your goals, look at the application, decide exactly what you want to achieve, check in with it like David and I do all the time. We're checking in daily with our goals, right, David? I mean, we always check in on where we're at, and we already know what we want to achieve. So if it's good enough for us to do and for corporations to do it and institutions, isn't it good enough for individuals to do it? Absolutely. Yep. And those people that are goals directed, purpose driven, end up achieving more, doing more, having more than those who don't. Because when things don't happen, if I don't have a goal, well, then no big deal. Nothing lost, nothing gained. You know, oh, no big deal. No, I don't want to be no big deal. I got dreams. I got goals. How about all of you? Get into that app. I hope as I was talking, Dave Lewis showed you different aspects of it. I know,
sure,
David,
it looks beautiful.
You've been working with these. What's that, David? What's beautiful?
I'm sure it looks beautiful, whatever we're seeing on the screen right now.
I certainly hope it does, David. But I know you personally also have been working with Dave Lewis to get in that MRO portion in there so they can put down their bills. We're going to continue to invest heavily into our technology, into our resources, into everything we can so that your lives can be the best possible ever. So that's all that we have today on this GAA TV episode. David, you want to close this out real quick? Let's get it.
Thanks for joining us again on another episode. We love making them for you. We like celebrating together. We hope you enjoy celebrating with us. Make it an amazing day, guys.
Love you guys. Thanks, Zach. Love you.